We need you, yeah. Sometimes so hard to say, but we need you. Some things remain. Shout out to Jill Scott. So if you know me, you know I love some good music, and I think I'm gonna set myself a challenge. I don't know how it's gonna go to tie in some songs from pop culture. Who knows what genres? I don't know that many genres, but I'm gonna try to tie in some songs to each episode, and I'm gonna ask you if there's an episode that I record that I can't think of a song. I'd love to hear from you if you subscribe and give some feedback. Of course, you know that 5 stars is always welcome. But if there's an episode that I don't have a song or can't think of one, I'd love to hear from you what song you think goes with that episode. All right, enjoy the show. Let's go. Hey there. Hey, sunshine. Hey, boo. Malika here with Feel Good. Oops. The podcast formerly known as Feel Good, the podcast, currently known as Answering the Inner Call. Woo woo. This conversation is for my brothers, and it's for the ladies too. It's for you. Whoever's listening right now, it's for you. But I've spent several episodes talking about the feminine energy. And you know what's interesting, when you are of the quote unquote privileged community, you are used to, on some level, things being directed to you specifically. So you don't think about it when you read something and they generalize and say he, meaning you, reader. It's saying he, and that's the default, right? So even if you're a she reading it, you read the he because it's written through the male gaze or for the male gaze, which sometimes you might not experience if you're accustomed to things being catered to you, and that can be in subtle forms and overt forms, but things are gradually changing. This is also true around race and ethnicity in this country, right? Like generally a lot of things are catered to, or the default is catered to white people, white culture. And I remember, like, even a subtlety that you may or may not notice unless you have a unique name. I remember looking at keychains at the store when I was a little girl, like four or five. And I remember looking, and they didn't have my name. They had like 100 different names of keychains you can get, and they didn't have my name. And so I wanted to do this episode because I wanted to just say, I know a lot of guys are not accustomed to, you can be accustomed to being centered where it's speaking to you, right? Where it's saying he, and then you feel like it's for you. But if it's saying she, you don't think that is inclusive of you. And so I'm challenging that norm and saying it is. You are still in the right place. And we need you here because just as much as women sometimes have been on the receiving side of toxic masculinity, a lot of men have been too, whether it's through the rigid of this is what a man is. And most people don't even fit into whatever that small box is, which we're, seeing now with the they, thems, and people are like, hey, this is a binary system that doesn't quite fit me. The truth is, it really doesn't fit probably like 95% of us. I don't know if authentically, 95% of us really fit into one or the other box. And that's also by design, because then you start thinking and having shame about something being wrong with you. That's a whole other topic. Hey y'all, real quick, before we go on in this episode, I just want to put out there, I've been getting a call personally to offer an intimate group founders club at the beginning of next year, probably after Martin Luther King Day, starting up sometime in January, maybe early February at the latest, to support a cohort of people just to come together to get support of answering those calls. You may already know what that inner call is that you haven't taken action in, or maybe you've taken some action but need some support, or you may have no clue, but this is just something that speaks to you. Like, I'm getting this feeling, this nudge, I need help with clarifying what is this inner call. In calls, plural, unfolding and available to me right now. So if this is you, if this speaks to you, I want to put out there, please, I have in the description, schedule a 35-minute conversation. It'll be no video, just audio. just to have a conversation to see if we're a good fit for each other, if this program is a good fit for you at this particular time. And if you're ready to do something different to get different results, to receive support, maybe receiving support or asking for help is a challenge and you've been trying to do things on your own. I have some of that in some areas of my life. How is that going for you? Is the outcome of 2023 the way that you hoped and the way that you expected? Have you made progress? If not, then you got to do something different, boo. And that's what this invitation is, a call for you right now. Do something different. And you can do that by clicking the link in the bio and scheduling a 35-minute conversation. All right, back to the show. I'm doing this recording because we need healthy men on board that respect, that love, that have appreciation for their sisters, their mothers, women in general. I know you all are there. And learning about and having an understanding of the feminine energy, which is also in you just as much as it's in me and other women, is so important. And I think that we have been in a society for, thousands of years now where patriarchy has been king, and things are changing. And it would be beneficial, not just for you, but for your mothers, your sisters, your daughters, for you to be present and receptive and appreciative, even if you don't understand everything, because we can be some complex beings, right? But for you to be attentive and open and receptive to other ways of being, of expressing, of understanding. Because the truth is that a balanced feminine, the complement to a balanced, healthy, heart-centered feminine is a balanced, healthy, heart-centered masculine. And I realized that, I've done this whole series that I haven't put out related to my relationship with my father. And I realized that in healing my relationship posthumous, meaning my father passed away 2014, but I've still continued to work on the relationship, not the whole time, but times things would come up. And I realized that internally, my healing of my relationship with my father is reflective of my healing my relationship with the masculine and my understanding of the masculine, because my father represented the masculine in my life. And so the healthier that you all are, the healthier that we are together, we can support our children in being healthy, balanced human beings. And so I'm just going to put it out there and say, I've said on this platform before that it's okay to cry. Like, crying is healing. Feeling is healing. Like, what I don't want personally is an emotionally unavailable or emotionally constipated man, because then you can't love me. If you can't access your heart, if you can't feel anything, then you can't love me or any of the future children that we would have. And I want to feel safe emotionally and otherwise. I want to feel loved. I want to share joy with my partner. And I'm guessing that your partner wants to have those experiences also. And it can be scary going into the heart, but I just want to say that you've handled tougher things. You've shown your strength in so many other ways. And if you can do that, and then you can do this, and it'll be worth it. So I may not be the guide to get you there, or I may be the guide to get you there, but I just wanted to say welcome, that I'm so glad you're here, and that I love you, we love you, and to encourage you and to let you know that we need your contribution, just like you need ours. We're partners in this. And so many blessings. Thanks for tuning in. Keep going. You're going to keep growing. And God willing, we'll keep glowing together. Baby, baby. Bye for now.